And also reminds me of Ajanta Mendes because he was more into the pitch. But with Mahesh Dekshana, he's right up there and trying to swing it.
And he's one of the few bowlers in world cricket that can beat the bat off the inside edge, off the outside edge. Manchekome, Sri Lanka's #1 biscuit brand. Quite a favourite for quite a few of my colleagues in the commentary box.
Wide delivery down the leg side. And Gurbaz looks like in trouble. Never a pleasant sight, seeing the wicket keeper in such agony. Missed his line, missed his everything. Looks like hit the thumb, Roshan, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it hit the thumb and it can be pretty painful. He is in a lot of pain for sure. I certainly hope that it's not a crack or anything like that, but he must be. I hope it's not even a dislocation. But it can be pretty painful, isn't it? Even though you got those gloves, you got those protection, but still there are areas that can be pretty deadly. If it strikes, thumb can be one place. As a wicketkeeper, it's a good start for the Galle Gladiators. They've got to 24 in quick time. Not chasing a big score, just 138. That's not frightening, but they'll have to bat well.
A required rate of just under 7 needed at the moment for the Galle Gladiators. As the artificial lights take effect here in Hambantota, wonderful part of Sri Lanka, southeast of the island country. And of course, Sri Lanka diverse with its cultures, its languages, its ethnicities. So wonderful to be here and be a part of this Mazza Play Lanka Premier League 2022.
Talking about being part of the 3rd edition of the LPL, a lot of credit should go to Sri Lanka Cricket as well as IPG for putting up this show. There was a lot of obstacles with the economic crisis, but I think behind the scenes lots of hard work have gone in and made sure the 3rd edition is a reality. We've seen the first 2 editions. Darren, you covered it. Roshan, you covered it. We've seen the amount of talent what came through.
Yeah, there was that blow. That has sparked a bit of a delay in this fixture.
Yeah, thankfully I think things are all right. But just to get back to that subject of what Faviz Maroof touched on and how important the Lanka Premier League has been for Sri Lanka cricket. The man that's bowling now, Mahesh Dekshana, that's a brilliant story. Not even picked or nominated by his sports club. That's down the leg side. That's a wide ball. So wasn't even in the draft the first year. Thisara Pereira spotted him, requested SLC to consider him, which was done. And then he was picked, and look where he is at the moment. That's why I believe that the Lanka Premier League can add so much of value. Now that I can tell you that this is not easy. Again, that's that thumb we were talking about, as you did see sideways. I think Gurbaz might be going off. And another look, let's take a look, just drifting down the leg side. It's slightly unsighted, but the thumb, it can be pretty painful. Yeah, again, I think it just thuds into that thumb. Sometimes when you have an injury, the ball seems to follow that. Strike you there, just like that.
Significantly, it was a stumping that did go a begging. Might have had a previous injury to that finger. Gurbaz, so majority of his fingers taped up. Hopefully he will be fine to continue.
The physios are always on their toes with the fast bowlers and the wicket keepers. Amount of taping is needed. That's Sadira Samara Vikrama. Looks like they're replacing Ramla Gurbaz as the substitute wicket keeper.
Yeah, Shakti. Well, as we do know, Sri Lanka is so famous for its tea. Well, it's an energy. Need all the energy in the world. Need all the energy in the world. And Shakti T can throw. Well, it also goes. Well. It also goes beyond boundaries, as you know.
Roshan Yaman, not short of energy. Always quite affable, energetic. And here is a look at broadcasters across the globe. Again, showing the growth of this magnificent T20 tournament. If you're in the Caribbean, you can look at it on Sports Max in North America, Willow and Willow Extra in Australia, Fox Sports. And here in Sri Lanka, Sony 10 Sports on pay TV.
We got a change of a wicket keeper. Well, that's beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. Sadira Samara Vikrama. Now that's a rule that I really think makes a lot of sense. In the past, you wouldn't allow a substitute to come and be a wicket keeper. You'll have to pick somebody from the playing 11. But now, this is really good. Now I said stunning, it was this. And not the change of the wicket keeper.
You're beginning to make me wonder there, Roshan Abasinga.
Nicely played by Kusal Mendis to end that eventual 4th over. Gladiators 27 for no loss.
Amazing.
KFC Big Bash Week starts 13th of December, live on Sony Sports Network.
Every generation is blessed with a few greats.
Inspiring, what can you say?
Some leave their mark, while some mark their arrival. Achieving greatness is a journey, and it begins here. Australian Open starts Monday, 16th January, only on the Sony Sports Network.
Gorgeous sunset here in Hambantota as artificial lights take effect. And we move deeper into match 1, the curtain raiser of the Mazda Play Lanka Premier League 2022. Of course, the first of a double header that we have in store for you in this opening day of this magnificent tournament. You've been asking for him, now it's James Fuller with the ball.
Fuller has to be full with the new ball to get some movement. The shot. Back of the length, straight away Kusal Mendis. Probably with the highs, never easy as a batsman, Ganga. You will be able to talk to me through this. You don't want to commit too much into the front foot with the height, with the release position being so high. Talk us through a bit on the mentality of being opening batsman.
Well, I always say that the first half of a T20 game is an opportunity for all players to learn. And the Galle Gladiators would have seen the extra bounce from this surface. Nice delivery of that good length. And that extra bounce should inform the way that they play. Galle Gladiators in this run chase.
Yeah, look at the carry. Just goes through. Certainly done for pace. Look where he's taking it. He is sharp. He's hitting the deck hard. Getting good carry through to the keeper.
One full. Sliding down the leg side. And just to answer your point, Maruf, as a batter, if you looked at what transpired in the first half of this match, you should set yourself to score majority of your runs square of the wicket, because you know the opposition bowlers will try to use a similar approach in terms of their lengths, and that length being short of a good length. So that's a little cue that you can take from the first half of the game and apply that to your approach to batting.
Outside edge. Oh, for a moment, slip field. I think Dhananjay De Silva was in the play, but you go outside the off stump, you go hard. That's exactly what Kusal Mendis did. And Fuller bowling it full, getting some movement.
Some shape. Yeah, for a moment one thought that Dhananjay Silva was in business, but it was well wide of him. Nowhere close. But really, really good delivery. Full, quick, shape away.
Bias in the field as well should give you an idea as to what line the bowler is going to bowl. That's beautiful. Didn't try to overhit it. Was looking for the gap. And he beat the fielder in that mid-off position. Beautiful stroke.
Previous boundary, the front foot was nowhere. It was just going swinging through the line. This one, the weight was good. The head position was in front. He was well in control. This is what we've seen from Kusal Mendis for a very long time. Not trying to hit too hard, all relying on placement and timing. Excellent batting.
Did mention the bias in the field at the moment. 6 fielders offside, only 3 onside. Again, a little too predictable from James Fuller. And Jaffna Kings, end of the 5th, 38 without loss.
The man could knock out any human being at 205 pounds. He has his eyes set on the light heavyweight title. But a lot of people believe Magomed Ankalaev is a champion. That is an amazing fight.
What a co-main event. Paddy Pimblett's star continues to shine bright. People want to see this. I cannot wait. I do not entertain.
Watch UFC 282, Sunday 11th December, 8:30 a.m. live on Sony Sports Network.
Well, it's been an encouraging start by the Galle Gladiators. 5 overs in, 38 on the board. Goes down and plays the sweep shot, gets it fine. So we'll look to come back with 2. A bit of confusion between the 2. Come back comfortably. Takes the score to 40 now.
They're not taking too many risks. These 2 batters, they're just working the ball into the gap, just using the angle on that occasion. Mendes, and picked up 2 easy runs.
Well, that's the difference in chasing 155, 160 to 137. Simple as that. You don't have to take too many risks. Just got to make sure you bat right through, and you suddenly find that you end up making better decisions. You end up playing good shots which are risk-free. The bowlers look up at the scoreboard. The pressure's on them as they need wickets. And the mistakes come your way.
It depends on players, Russell, to be honest. There are certain players that just go out there regardless of the demand of the situation. They're going to go after the bowlers. But these 2 players playing with the right idea, just looking to maneuver the length of the ball, working the ball into the gaps, and on occasion they've been able to find boundaries.
Very much on occasion. There's 4 boundaries in the innings so far. They haven't had to go and look for them, and I think that's the point that Russell's making. The ball is there and there's an opportunity to score. They've done that in between. They run pretty well between the wickets. Partnership looking good, 44 on just 36 balls.
With the runs on the board, from a bowler's point of view, they're patient. They come up with better plans. They build those dots. But when the runs are not on the board, they're rushing. They're looking for glory balls. And the chance of making more mistakes or dishing out the loose balls are higher.
Once you're desperate for certain things, you try so many things, and in the process you offer bad deliveries to the batsman. I'm with you. But here, defending a total of 138, what I would have liked to see with the new ball, a couple of slips in place, captain looking to attack the batters, send a message, it wasn't there. And from there on, these batters, they've been comfortable. They got the gist that the opposition captain is not looking for wickets. They are looking to contain the batters. You start to bat with more confidence.
The first crowds we've seen for the Mazaplay Lanka Premier League 2022, and they've come out and they're really enjoying themselves. Glad that the weather's stayed away so far. It was a bit humid when we arrived at the ground earlier on.
We generally don't talk about it in this part of the world, but the moment you mention it, it has a strange way of showing up.
Thanks, Russell. I understand that now. Nicely manoeuvred into that onside gap. End of the sixth over, the power play's done. 46 for no loss.
Hi, I'm Leander Pace. Watch me and my team, the Mumbai Leon Army, at the biggest tennis event of the year, TPL Season 4.
Live on Sony Sports Network.
Amazing.
KFC Big Bash Week starts 13th December, live
On Sony Sports Network.
More than steady start. And the Gladiators in pursuit of 138. That's the signal for the second power play. Front chase is given.
In the LPL, most of those in the first edition getting that big opportunity. No responsibility on him. No one in the Hasaranga who's moved on to the Candy Falcons. Hence he's playing the very first game, so that's how highly he's looked at. Hopefully he can deliver.
Yeah, the leg spinner is your wicket-taking bowler. Doesn't matter what format of cricket you're playing. Test match cricket, ODI, T20, they are the bowlers that can get wickets for you. The wrist spinners, and that's exactly why he would have been important to the attack now.
Now this format, T20 cricket, has shown the importance of a leg spinner. In shorter format of the game, most of the captains, they were reliant on the finger spinners to give them the control. But the captains around the world, they have realized picking up wickets in a T20 format is the right option. And hence, we see so many leg spinners featuring in different franchises, international sides. They're making their mark.
Still to play first-class cricket though. Vijaykanth, Vyaskant. Brilliant start so far. Those 3 balls straight on the money. He just turned 21 yesterday, so belated wishes to the young man. Born in Jaffna and the first player from that part of the world, or born in that part of the world, to feature in cricket out here.
Current run rate at 7.2, required rate 6.75. So Galle Gladiators at the moment are in total control. 46 for no loss at the end of the power play, as opposed to their opponents, the Kings, who are on 38 for 2. Their opponents, the Kings, who are on 38 for 2. Oh, that's a deft touch. He's got the forceful strokes.
Poor leg spinner. Poor leg spinner. And bowls with a flatted trajectory and bit of pace, and used it quite well. Just kept on waiting for the ball, opened the face at the last moment, and that pace took the ball over the boundary line. Was close to the slip fielder.
He got a hand to it, but it's always going down, and the pace that you're mentioning just takes it quickly past him. 50 on the board for the Gladiators.
And they come back for 2. This is good running. This is very good running. Forcing for that extra run at the end of the over. It's a good one. 8 from it, 54 for none. quite clearly going to the Galle Gladiators. Jaffna Kings, that second phase, 7 to 15 overs, 69 for 3.
Manchikome. Donindo Fernando playing second fiddle to his senior partner. It's all about the partnership. Here's Dunit Wellalage introduced to the attack. Now, can he make a difference? The slip stays. Mahesh Theekshana got a little bit of turn from that end. Wellalage is the type of bowler who knows to use turn.
Yeah, as a bowler, to be able to go spin the ball, you need to bowl it slower. And you have to give air to the ball. Does he have that ability, Wellalage? What we have seen in his previous outings, he likes to dart the ball into the stumps. It was a good delivery to start his spell, and this over, right on the money, bowled it slower.
We've definitely seen evidence of a bit of turn in the surface the last few overs. Oh, that's well bowled. He's beaten him. He's decided to try and get back into the crease, but he was nowhere really. Thick outside edge. The result will be good. Gets a boundary.
Clever from the youngster, giving plenty of flight to the ball and not having the ball to spin but also jump, and beating the batsman with the flight on that occasion, the left armour.
Brilliantly bowled. It was thrown up in the air but got it to dip. Very fortunate. The speed down to 71.7. So he's willing to try and buy his wickets. Of course, you need a bit of luck for an edge like that to go to the fielder's hand.
Now 58 for no loss. Just needing 138. There's no problem trying to buy a wicket because they're not coming. Oh, is that the top edge? It is. This one is quicker, bit of turn, flatter. He's looking to force that away through the offside. Gets the top edge, breakthrough.
Yeah, it was the bounce which accentuated that spin and had the batsman in bother. And wasn't the length to cut the ball, had to pay the price. First blood drawn, but not before 58 runs were scored. It was Fernando who was picked up by the left armour. He scored 15, it's 58 for 1.
It's the battle of the champions. It's the glory of the nation. It's a celebration. It's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere.
Lanka Premier League, live on 10 Cricket.
One wicket down, and the new man at the crease, Azam Khan, into his 11th match. IPL cricket, half century, best of 55, but what's important is that strike rate, 186.
Now, if you looked at the balls that Wellalage bowled, this is probably the loose ball because width is on offer. And you need a bit of fortune. He gets it, he gets the nick. And he's found a good line and length that's outside, way outside the stumps. It's bouncing, it's turning. Now if he's going to be bowling that line, Amir, short mid-wicket and get another point in, block that area.
See, that's what he wants. He wants the batsman to aim for mid-wicket. He's got protection there. And that's why he's been bowling outside the off stump. He's getting the ball to turn and jump. That's better. Excellent over from the youngster, where he picked up a wicket. And it's 59 for 1 after 8.
What a lovely evening we've got out here in Hambantota as the sun makes its way behind the trees. The chase is looking quite good at the moment.
Unfortunately, the first time we're seeing the sun for the day, it stayed away, and so has the rains. But for the last half hour or so, it pokes its head from behind the clouds.
Didn't I hear don't mention rain in Hambantota? And yet you mention it? I'm just pulling your leg. These spinners, the leg spinner and the left armers, they've been impressive. On the money from the word go. And the left armour has been rewarded. A bit of whiff on that occasion for Azam Khan, and he gleefully accepted it. Didn't try to overhit the ball, just placed it and scored his first boundary.
Did everything wrong with it. Short, it was quick and weight, so he just needed to get decent bat. No one stopping it. He's got quick hands, Azam Khan. Munching Kome. That's a great way to spend your time.
Gone! Yeah, he just looked a little bit rushed throughout the innings. Yes, he would have been wanted to get on with things, but looked to me like he was just in too much of a rush.
Oh, good catch. Yes, chip towards mid-wicket, but Velalage had a lot of ground to cover. He does that. Reaches out. And they're working their way back into the game, the Kings. Nicely judged catch.
Yeah, slowness of that delivery. Work for the leg spinner. He's amongst wickets as well. Short stay came to an end of Azam Khan. He scored 5. 63 for 2 Gladiators. And the umpires have decided a strategic timeout.
Amazing.
KFC Big Bash League starts 13th December live
on Sony Sports Network. The man can knock out any human being at 205 pounds. He has his eyes set on the light heavyweight title. Boy, a lot of people believe Magomed Ankalaev is a champion. That is an amazing fight.
What a co-main event. Paddy Pimblett's star continues to shine bright. People want to see this. I cannot wait. Are you not entertained?
Watch UFC 282 Sunday 11th December 8:30 a.m. live on Sony Sports Network.
Every generation is blessed with a few greats.
Inspiring, what can you say?
Some leave their mark, while some mark their arrival. Achieving greatness is a journey, and it begins here. Australian Open starts Monday, 16th January, only on the Sony Sports Network.
If they cover their lips, how do you know what they're planning?
That's his fourth already.
Well, there's one message that came through loud and clear. And for more of the same about the UEFA Champions League, the Bundesliga, the UEFA Nations League, and much more from the world of football, simply tune in to The Top Corner with John Dykes
on Sony Sports Network.
Amazing.
KFC Big Bash League starts 13th December, live
on Sony Sports Network.
प्राइम वॉलीबॉल के सुपर ह्यूमंस जहां पब्लिक वहां ग्रुप ए प्राइम वॉलीबॉल लीग पावर्ड बाय 83 4 फरवरी से सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क पर.
Every generation is blessed with a few greats.
Inspiring, what can you say?
Some leave their mark, while some mark their arrival. Achieving greatness is a journey, and it begins here. Australian Open starts Monday, 16th January, only on the Sony Sports Network.
Oh, beautiful images on screen, the lights coming on, the sun setting in the background. Oh, you'll fall in love with Sri Lanka for sure. It's very quick once again, just punching it into the offside.
It's the type of pitch you got to get the batsman on the front foot, especially the new batter, because it holds up a bit. Maybe try and get him to drive off the front foot, then give him time. Movin Subasinghe is the new batter.
They have flighted the ball on that occasion. Azam Khan not meeting the prerequisites of an on-drive. Couldn't get to the pitch of the ball. Wasn't in control, but Wallalige was in control. Held the catch quite nicely. Ends the 9th over. It's 64 for 2.
Exactly. Fighting back the Kings. Got themselves a couple of wickets now. 64 for 2. That rate slowed down. 7.11.
Nuanindu Fernando was the first to go. Wallalige bowled 3 balls to him. One went on with the arm somewhat. It was one slightly wider but tossed up with a bit of turn. He kept persevering, getting that extra bounce and turn. And Nuanindu sneaks out.
I think Tissara Pereira's got something right here, and that's getting the spinners on. That last wide delivery again, you can see there's definitely purchase for the spinners. The second innings of the game.
The amount of spin the left armer is getting, I would like to see a slip in place. You need wickets to win the game from here on.
Yeah, I don't mind the 2 behind square just like this, but take that short mid wicket to slip. Because he's tending to bowl outside off stump. So the batter has to drag it from offside to that mid-wicket area. With the ball turning, you're in the game.
Not only turning, it's bouncing. And for a batsman to be able to drive the ball all along the ground, it's not going to be easy. And hence, need a couple of catches, if not one.
They pushed that required rate up just a wee bit. They were going along very nicely, the Gladiators. But a little watchful at this stage. The advantage they have, they are not chasing a big score.
the spinners that have caused that slowdown. Look at Wulalage, 1 for 8 with a ball to go in the second over. Vias Khan, 1 for 13 and 2. Tikshana, 0 for 20 and 3. That's why I said this is really good captaincy. Get those spinners on, take the pace off the ball, make the batsmen have to make momentum. Like that. It's really not easy. We're at the halfway stage. A required rate 7.1. The Gladiators 67 for 2.
.71 required of 60. Viaskant with his third. Juicy full toss. Now you can't afford that when you don't have many runs to defend. It's a time where the spinners are clawing their way back into it. It's a time where you hold your nerve and stick to the basics. Just get it to drop on around that off stump. Good evening, Roshana Singh and Farweez Maroof. Looking good.
Good evening, Russell. Oh, direct hit. They're very interested. I think direct hits will be very tight. Moin Subasinghe, was he struggling? Well, Tisara Perera is not very confident, but let's see.
I refer for run out. Can you give me the best side on angle of the run out, please? Okay, we could put down the best one is well short of the crease. I have addition for the giant screen. My decision is out.
It was a struggle, all right. It was a struggle. But Tisara Perera, who was slow to the ball, manages to throw the stump down. So they're picking up wickets, and that's helping them slow the Gladiators. Moin Subasinghe, run out for 2, 69 for 3.
It's the battle of the champions. It's the glory of the nation. It's a celebration. It's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere.
Lanka Premier League. Live on 10 Cricket.
Just a bit of a wobble, 11 runs. 3 wickets have fallen. But here's experience, here's power for you. It's Iftikhar Rahman from Peshawar. Plays for Pakistan, and he knows one thing. He knows to hit a ball, but the conditions just suiting the spinners just a wee bit. The slip stays. Here's Viaskant again.
I think the key here is wickets as far as Jaffna is concerned. Jaffna Kings, they need wickets. The spinners really enjoying it. Punched off the back foot. But the question here is, what will be the way Viaskant as a leg spinner? Let's look at that run out. Just nudging, and Tisara Perera's throw accounting for Moin Subasinghe. But what will be the way that the spinners would bowl? Would they look to try and loop it, bowl slow, search for some turn, or is Viaskant going to push it through quicker and lose that? That will be something that I'll be very keen to look at.
Certainly the length last delivery is not the way to go. He must be much fuller, especially with his height. If Viaskant can get that deviation of the pitch, it won't be easy for the batsman with his height. And also young Wulalage have bowled decently well. And those two spinners in the middle overs will be the key for Jaffna and the wicket of Kusal Mendis.
That's the area he needs to bowl to. get him on the front foot. The bail's been whipped off by Sadira Samaravikrama, who's deputizing for Gurbaz. Let's have a look. They'll be hoping the Jaffna Kings.
For stumping. Could you start with the front foot, please? Okay, it's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Yeah, it's close to the bat. I'll stretch, please, to confirm whether any bat involved. Keep rolling it. Okay, it's a flat line when the ball passes the bat. No bat involved. So give me the side on of the stumping, please. Okay. Keep rolling it. This one is stretching. He's almost on the crease. The wickets are broken and he has got a part of his boot behind the popping crease. I have a decision for the giant screen. My decision is not out. Not out.
So close, so close. But a brilliant delivery to end the over. 11 gone, 72 for 3.
Did he take it like this? He took it like this. He took it like this. But he was on. They generally. Watch one, boys! Watch one, boys!
Oh, well done. Cesaro Pereira getting in the way. That was cracked. Beautiful pictures, the lights taking effect. That's 4. Took it off, almost off the stumps. It wasn't too short, but Iftikhar was quick to transfer weight.
2 back-to-back loose deliveries by Bellalage. First one, Cesaro Pereira saved 4 runs. But this occasion, Iftikhar Ahmed playing it late, almost off the gloves of Sadira Samaravikrama. Getting the placement right, the timing was really good. Just what the doctor ordered for the Gladiators. Beginning of the over.
They need to break free a bit. They've been tied down by the spinners. So they need to try and pounce on anything loose. That was just a touch short, a bit wide. Iftikhar is a powerful striker.
That's the line, that's the length, that's the call from the keeper. Tossed it up ever so slowly, Bellalage.
Iftikhar Ahmed gave the full Monty, trying to probably go over extra cover. Shakti T did try one of them. Tastes really good. Roshan, did you try as well?
Not as yet. Have you? Okay, good.
Geez, you guys spend a lot of time eating and drinking.
That's the wrong interpretation. Don't say eating and drinking. That gives a wrong picture.
Nothing wrong with these pictures. These are beautiful pictures. Another edge. More runs. That slip needs to be in place, and the fielder to bring across is short mid-wicket for me.
Deliberately played by Kusal Mendes, saw it turning away, and he knew that there was no fielder at first slip, guiding to his third man for a single. So far 6 runs in this over, 12th over in progress, just the required rate 7.35. But the foundation from Kusal Mendes is very important, making sure that he pushed bats as much as possible. Pushing through this time by Velarage. That's good bit of fielding by Dhananjay Silva. Just keeping it for a single. In the 12th, Gladiators 79 for 3.
To Mendes. The opening partnership of 58 was broken, and since then it slowed up. 3 wickets in a hurry. Vyaskant 1 for 18 in his 3 overs. He's going to be bowling his last. Well, Lalage, he's got 1 up his sleeve. Tikshana has 1. The seamers have bowled 1 over each. Apish gets him. That's the 4th wicket down. Iftikhar goes.
Look at the speed. It's in the low 80s. Bowled slower, a little bit wide, and the length was right. And that is good attacking bowling. And Gladiators lose another one.
It was done by the length. For a moment, Iftikhar Ahmed thought that it is full enough to crash it through extra cover, but it was not. Mentioned about getting the length right with his side. He's going to get bounced, and exactly what he did. And pays the price, Iftikhar Ahmed for 7. Gladiators 79 for 4.
The man could knock out any human being at 205 pounds. He has his eyes set on the light heavyweight title.
What? A lot of people believe Magomed Ankalaev is a champion.
That is an amazing fight.
What a co-main event. Paddy Pimblett's star continues to shine bright. People want to see this. I cannot wait. Are you not entertained?
Watch UFC 282, Sunday 11th December, 8:30 AM, live on Sony Sports Network.
Imad Wasim. These are good numbers. This is a lot of experience and a quality player, Imad Wasim, whether with bat in hand or ball in hand. But this is nicely bowled by Vyaskant.
Yeah, nicely looped. Touch wider, bowled slower. And completely done. Just a bit of turn for the right arm leg spinner. Now with the left-hander on strike. Does he bowl a wrong one? He's got a slip in. He's got 3 men on the leg side, 1 saving 1, 3 on the boundary. Man behind point, short extra cover. But this is where he needs a bit of variety.
Now I was talking about the overs that remain. So the seamers have bowled only 1 over each. In terms of spin, he's got Dhananjay De Silva and Shoaib Malik. They're both off spinners. But now with Imad Wasim there, Thisara Perera might take the chance of bringing them in. Couple of dot balls and just fires 1 in, gets him off the strike.
Number of perches the spin has been getting. I won't be surprised if Thisara Perera uses Dhananjay, especially against Imad Wasim when he's new to the crease. Best way to go, just give the single to Kusal Mendes down the leg side and try and attack Imad Wasim. He need wickets to win this game for Jaffna Kings. Shammo Shan, solitary batsman to come, then the bowlers for the Gladiators. And in this man on screen will hold the key for the Gladiators.
Certainly got the right idea. Vyaskant comfortable against the right-handers. Looking to bowl a foolish length. Bowling slow. Kusal Mendes, such a key player, 45 of 36. The required rate now climbing close to that 8-run mark.
It's been good from Vyaskant. Just a 1 ball coming up in his spell. 2 for 20. They were racing away, the Gladiators, and in tandem, Wellalage and Vyaskanth bowling the last 7 overs.
Huge opportunity being taken by Vyaskanth playing the first game. Did play the first year, the second year as well, was on and off the team. But in this year, possibly with Vanindra Hasaranga moving out of the Jaffna Kings franchise, I think this is the year Vyaskanth will be getting more game time, and the more he bowls, the more confidence he gets. He's a bowler who thrives in confidence.
Can he finish strong? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Finishes with a dot. 2 for 20 to Vyaskanth. 81 for 4.
If they cover their lips, how do you know what they're planning?
That's his fourth already.
Well, there's one message that came through loud and clear. And for more of the same about the UEFA Champions League, the Bundesliga, the UEFA Nations League, and much more from the world of football, simply tune in to The Top Corner with John Dykes
on Sony Sports Network.
Will get there easy after that start, but now that required rate above 8. The man on strike, who's already made 45, is going to be very crucial. He's the wicket that the Jaffna Kings would want. Yes, left-hander in. Here's Dhananjay De Silva, even though it's a right-hander on strike at the moment. They look to try and bowl as many deliveries as he can to the left-hander.
And also keeping the mid-wicket, short mid-wicket area vacant. Possibly Dhananjay De Silva must be wanting to go across Kusal Menis and or else pull down the leg side, give him the single and be happier with the bowling Imad Wasim. Majority overs, won't be surprised if the long on comes in to mid-on, asking Imad to go against the turn. Thought for a moment, no, he's going back.
This is good, or you can afford to do this for a couple more overs. Take your time, play yourself in. A lot of cricket left, 40 balls for 55 runs. The equation still in the Gladiators' favour.
Sensible batting. Both batters are opting to do it in singles at the moment. They're trying to get close, trying to bat deep, just trying to have wickets in hand. That has to be the strategy.
The line for Imad Wasim should not be wicket to wicket. It should be outside off stump, making the left-hander fetch it. That's when the turn and bounce has caused most concern. Try and go wide, toss it up, make the batter fetch. The closer you bowl, it's a little easier to maneuver. Closer you bowl to the batter.
I think that's where Vyaskanth did really well. Being the wrist spinner, he's naturally going to get that bounce. And the way he set up Iftikhar Ahmed outside the off stump with the fuller length, that was smart bowling. I think that's where Dhananjay De Silva, just like that. It was played uppishly, played on the up, slightly risky stroke, but still, I like this attack by Dhananjay De Silva. Understands wicket from here, some more sham, then the bowlers.
Massive delivery. He's got through 5 deliveries for 4 runs. He has to finish strong. Just the 5 singles, it'll work for the Kings. We're trying to get through those overs at the moment. 86 for 4.
Hi, I'm Leander Pace. Watch me and my team, the Mumbai Leon Army, at the biggest tennis event of the year, TPL Season 4.
Live on Sony Sports Network. Every generation is blessed with a few greats.
inspiring. What can you say?
Some leave their mark, while some mark their arrival. Achieving greatness is a journey, and it begins here. Australian Open starts Monday, 16th January, only on the Sony Sports Network.
For the first time in the chase, the Galle Gladiators worm dipping below the Jaffna Kings worm. 52 of 36 required. It's going to be interesting how Thisara Pereira manages his options right now. Vijaykanth Vyaskanth, he's bowled out. Well, Alaga's got one. Deekshana's got one. Where does he go for the other four? Bowling Fuller has been quite effective on this pitch.
I think that's where he will be tested with the newer ball. It was tactical pitching it up, but with Kusal Mendes set with mid-off up, don't think Fuller can be full that much. Just a solitary over, bowled really well, but went for 10 runs, one streaky boundary to the third man area.
Chips it, he's got enough. Fuller bowls a heavy ball, that means he hits the deck, gets onto the batter sometimes a little quicker than what he would expect. Mendes doing it in singles, he's slowed down considerably.
The other tactical decision what Thisara Pereira has to make is to when to introduce Lalage for his last over. Will he be comfortable bringing him when Imad Basim is on strike? That's something that I'm pretty sure Thisara Pereira will be thinking back of his mind, but what he has in this team is Shoaib Malik's experience. The last 2 years I've watched really closely. Every time there's a decision has to be made, Shoaib Malik lurks around and he helps Thisara out most of the time.
He's played in Sri Lanka before, James Fuller. He's toured with the England Lions. That's an A tour. Required rate up to 9, so it's quietly creeping up. The moment you get it up to 10, then the bowling team tend to believe. Down the ground. Can't beat Shoaib Malik. Bounces up nicely for him.
I spoke about the point or time that Lalage will be looking to be used. But then what about the spinners? What have they got out of the surface? They've got a fair bit of turn. That's the wrist spinner. Perfect delivery, turn and bounce. Dunith Lalage also getting the ball to turn. Just going a bit wide. Teasing the batters with his length and pace.
Sweeper waits on the bounce.
The slower you bowl as spinners, that's where the batsmen have struggled to time the ball. That has been the tactics used by the Jaffna Kings. And it's interesting to see if the game coming up with the Falcons against the Stars, if there's no dew, that's where the spinners will come into play. These are the degree of turn. Well, Lalage, interesting. 3.9.
And also as the game has gone deeper, the spinners on show have got more turn. Maybe with the moisture early, there's a few foot marks that have appeared that would aid the spinners. 2 runs off the first 4 balls. James Fuller, bowling a lot more fuller than he did in his first spell.
I think this is the time that Gladiators now look to try and be a little bit expressive.
Again. Last ball of the 15th. 50. Half century for Kusal Mendes. His 5th in LPL T20 cricket. It's a captain's knock. He's going to have to maneuver it and try and add a lot more to get them home from here because the game is getting tight.
A brilliant knock so far by Kusal Mendes. Just to finish off the point of the 2 team spinners. I think with the Galle Gladiators, Pulna Taranga and Imad Wasim were trying to push it through rather than giving it reps, trying to turn the ball. But with Viaskant and Lalage, they put the effort in, they put the reps in to get the ball turned. And that's where I see the biggest difference among these fast spinners who's on charge today.
It's getting tight. Hence, it's time to get a move on. Gets away with it, Imad Wasim. It's end of the 15th, 90 for 4.
More required from 30 balls. I look at Jaffna Kings and what they've done with their bowling changes. 7 bowlers used so far, majority spinners. Just 4 overs of seam from Jaffna Kings.
Yeah, those 2 leg spinners have really affected this game, haven't they? Conceding only 23 runs and picked up 3 wickets in 7 overs have certainly tipped the scales of this game. This game is evenly poised now. Still anybody's game.
It is indeed, as we see in appeal. They're thinking the ball's brushed the glove as it's gone through to the keeper, looking to play the reverse sweep there. Imad Wasim, umpire Palia Gurugai, unmoved.
Yeah, Gladiators, they have to find a big over to get back into this game. Singles won't hurt the Kings, that's for sure.
Two balls ago, there was a loud appeal. Ultra Edge confirming no bat involved. Wonderful decision by the umpire. Ball making contact with the back leg and not the bat. Again, we often talk about teams playing to their strengths. Of course, both teams doing exactly so with the ball. You look at Galle Gladiators when they bowl, 6 wickets going to their seamers. And of course, their seamers doing the business. They were able to restrain Jaffna Kings in the last 5 for just 30 runs and picking up 5 wickets. So that's an indication as to where their strength is as a bowling group. And the total opposite for this Jaffna Kings team. 3 of the 4 wickets going to their spinners. And their captain Tessara Pereira using spin as that option to pick wickets. Again, from what has gone, you would feel that there should still be some hope for Jaffna Kings. The equation 44 from 26. So there is a chance to contain this Galle Gladiators batting lineup as we move to the business end of this match.
Yeah, not a lot of batting to come. It's Wahab Riaz who has batted up. Yeah, these 2 batsmen, they have to bat intelligently. They have to find a way to get boundaries. At the moment, very hard to come by. It's going to be buys.
Laboured chase, but he did save 1. Every run they save at this moment crucial. 9.84 required from here on in. That's the last ball of the last over. If you look at it comparatively, 97 for 4 at the moment. Galle Gladiators, the Kings, were up at 111 for 5. Oh, that looks very good. And it is. Crucial wicket by Mahesh Dikshana.
I have a feeling Mendes is going to review it. Yes.
TV umpire director.
Pace of the delivery.
Review for LBW.
92 kilometers per hour.
Can we start with the front foot? No ball, please.
He just rushed Kusal Mendes for pace. Played across the line as well. And as we've seen in his spell, Mahesh Dikshana gets the ball to angle into the right-handers.
Okay, thank you.
If not, swing inwards.
Okay, it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please? Front on spin vision coming
Clearly
up.
Clearly a
gentlemen.
legal delivery now. Was it going on to hit the stumps? That's a crucial question to be answered.
Give me Aldridge, please, to check whether there's any bet involved.
Maybe clipping the leg stump.
Aldridge coming up. Roll it. Roll it. Yes, it's a flat line when the ball passes.
Just deviated off the pitch.
Confirm no bet involved.
Struck in
ball
front
tracking when
of
it's
that
ready.
leg stump. And I think you're right. It might just be clipping, which should then mean it's the umpire's call.
Ball tracking coming up.
Lose their review.
Is out.
They'll lose the crucial wicket.
Impact in line.
There you go.
Umpire's call.
Confirmation. Just clipping the top of that leg stump. It was worth the review. But umpire Palia Gurge got that one right. It's been a good innings. Unfortunately, it's come to an end. He's got 51 and 43. The captain, Kusal Mendes, he has to go 97 for 5. It will also be time for the timeout.
Amazing. KFC Big Bash League starts 13th of December, live on Sony Sports Network.
It's the battle of the champions. It's the glory of the nation. It's a celebration. It's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere.
Lanka Premier League, live on 10 Cricket.
Every generation is blessed with a few greats.
Inspiring, what can you say?
Some leave their mark, while some mark their arrival. Achieving greatness is a journey, and it begins here. Australian Open starts Monday, 16th January, only on the Sony Sports Network.
Smriti, Indian team की opener.
पंकज जी
क्रिकेट क्रिकेट खाओ क्रिकेट क्रिकेट पहनो क्रिकेट क्रिकेट पियो क्रिकेट में खो जाओ।
वाह स्मृति वाह।
पंकज जी
क्रिकेट ही पहनिए, खाइए, पीजिए और क्रिकेट ही ओढ़िए।
जी हाँ, देखिए जबरदस्त क्रिकेट। शुरुआत में होगी पाकिस्तान वर्सेस इंग्लैंड, ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड, विमेन्स बिग बैश लीग, ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका, श्रीलंका वर्सेस इंडिया।
कहाँ दिखेगा? Sony Sports Network on Sony Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Leander Pace. Watch me and my team, the Mumbai Leon Army, at the biggest tennis event of the year, TPL Season 4.
Live on Sony Sports Network.
It's the battle of the champions. It's the glory of the nation. It's a celebration. It's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere.
Lanka Premier League, live on 10 Cricket.
97 for 5. Kusal Mendes clearly inspired by the additional role as captain with a fine half century of 51. He was the last wicket to fall. Again, Mahesh Dikshana showing exactly why there is reward in bowling wicket-to-wicket lines.
A good decision by the umpire. Was a huge wicket and a timely wicket for the Kings. And certainly got them in a pole position.